Give me a second, guys. I'll begin the stream soon. I still got a few things I gotta set up. So give me a quick minute. If this computer can go any faster, for fuck's sake. There we go. Alright, now that we're done with that, lower that. Okay. Once again, we're just waiting to get a few more people in the chat, and then we will begin the live stream. At least 6 people. We got 2 people so far. Can we get 4 more? I shouldn't be drinking too much water right now. I'm gonna need every bit of it. I know that for sure. For those of you in the stream, let me know whether the audio and the visuals are fine. Like, is recording fine? Is the sound fine? Just let me know, you know? Makes it easier. Still need at least 4 more people. Hopefully everyone's around. I know I started a little late, which I do apologize for that. But don't worry, we'll get ready in a bit. We'll get ready. For those of you that are still here, just be patient. We're gonna get ready with the stream in a bit. Once again, I just prefer having more people in the stream. That way, you know, there's not that many people that miss what's going on. As soon as I'm done, I need to update my gaming driver. I forgot. It's telling me that I forgot to update it. I need to update it when I finish my stream. That's okay though. It should be fine. We should be streaming fine for the sake of streaming. Okay, it's been past 5 minutes and we still only have 2 people. I need at least a total of 6 people. At least 6 people to get the stream running. So yeah, If you guys, if for those that want the stream to begin, feel free to let others in the Discord, my Discord, that we're streaming right now, to let them know of the news. Some probably aren't aware of it yet. I'd like to get started soon because this is going to be a long stream. Usually these class trials take forever, but they're always engaging and fun, so I'm never really bitter. Ah, son of a bitch. Still only have 2 people. Oh boy. I guess this is gonna be a slow one. Maybe it's because it's the weekend and people are doing something else, which I understand. Still though, I kinda wanna get started soon. I don't wanna spend too much time waiting. But it's okay though, it's no big deal. I don't mind waiting. Cool, we got 3 people in the stream. Can we get 3 more? Just 3 more, and we're good to go. I guess I should make it an announcement on my Discord. Just getting the news out there to my Discord members. I think none of them are paying attention. Okay, that should probably get a few more people in here. I was asleep. You're asleep? What time zone is it where you're at? This is the afternoon. Doodle, you need to be awake. It's already the afternoon. You need to be awake by then. Well, technically I woke up like at 11 something, around or so. I just had other stuff to do in between. But hold up. We got 3 people. We just need 3 more. I'm in yours taking a nap. So we have the same time zone, yet you are still napping? Come on now. It's already in the afternoon. You gotta be awake. Can't be asleep all day. Then again, I'm one to talk. Will still be a bit of time before I can show up. My ride home. Oh, okay. No, I was just looking at my Discord chat. So far, we have 3 people. We need 3 more. My niece is here. Woke me. My niece here. My niece is here. Woke me up at 7. Wore me out. Oh. Then again, 7 is also wake up time. That's like morning time. Once again, 3 more. And for those of you that are here, let me know. Is the stream, like, is the stream going good? There's no lag, there's no issues. And also, is the audio fine? Is the audio not fine? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, I think this is a bit too loud. I'm gonna lower it. There we go. No, because it came out as kind of loud to me. Oof. Kirila, hello there. Oh, hello, Kirila. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I butchered your name, by the way. Everything seems okay. Music was a little high, but it seems fine. Oh, that's because I lowered it a bit just now. Because it came off as a bit high to me. To me, that's why I lowered it. Excuse me. Once again, people, for those of you still in the stream, I appreciate your patience. Thank you for being so kind as to wait. We're just waiting on 3 more people. One of my mods will be here soon, and we're just waiting on 2 random people. Everything's, so, how's your day going? My day? My day has been fine. Ate breakfast, getting this set up. Trying to figure out how many chapters I'm gonna do for Eden Zero. I don't know why I was about to say Re-Zero. I meant to say Eden Zero, and then SAO, and pretty much covers the day. I'm also thinking about trying to get more streams out there. Like, instead of just 2 times a week, maybe boot it up to 3 times. That way we can speed up the process of Danganronpa. Don't get me wrong, I love this game. I just feel like I'm not even at the halfway point yet. I feel like I'm still like I'm slowly getting into the halfway point, but I'm not quite there yet. So I kind of want to get more streams out there just to speed it along. That way we got other games still on the horizon. Because believe you me, guys, there's still another game there that I need to do. There's Danganronpa 2. I also got another game that could be good for streams. Let me see. The Kirlia, you didn't play Witcher, did you? No, I never played Witcher. I don't even know what that is. So, my bad. So yeah, I don't know what Witcher is. I've never heard of it. For those of you that don't know, I play games, right? But for the most part, I only play games that I play a select few of games. Like most of the times when it comes to games, I only play stuff like Pokemon, maybe some Dragon Ball Z, like some Dragon Ball games, maybe some My Hero games. Sometimes I dip into Gundam games here or there, but that's pretty much it. I never play anything outside of that for the most part. So yeah, pretty much anime games. Okay, we got 4 people in the chat. We just need 2 more. 2 more and we can get started. If you wanted, you could skip it and save it for later. It was a Japanese volume treat. I don't mind reading that. That's no problem. It's fine. That's fine. It's a great game. I mean, I'm sure it's a great game. It's just when it comes to games, I don't overboard myself too much with games, because if I do, I find myself not finishing them, because once again, I am very, very picky when it comes to games. Oh yeah, the one few games that I feel like I do want to stream and I look forward to is The Last of Us Part 2, because The Last of Us 1, I beat it in Armageddon mode, which was extremely difficult, but I was able to do it. So I may stream something like The Last of Us, just because that's a game I personally like, and I'm a type of guy that isn't really into like a lot of shooter games, because I don't know, it's just never been my thing. Plus, I'm a really bad aim. Like, trust me, I am a horrible aim. So yeah, that's another reason why you don't want me behind the controller when it comes to using a gun. I will look like such a noob. I like simulation games. You pronounce my My nickname. I'm sure you meant to say nickname with C at the beginning, by the way. Okay. Stardew are my favorites. I've never been into Sims. I don't know. It's just Sims has never been my kind of game. I'm more into like RPG or action RPG. That's usually the type of games. So like, pretty much think of games like Fire Emblem or like Final Fantasy 15. Think of those type of gameplays. Those are the ones I'm pretty much more or less into. Danganronpa is a whole nother beast because this is kind of like a visual novel game with other twists, but it's good. It's a genre I'm not used to, but it's definitely one that I'm enjoying for the most part. I will have to admit though, Danganronpa makes me think. Like, when I mean makes me think, it makes me think. Oh my god. I can't tell you how many times I'm forced to think in this game. But, for the most part, like I said, I enjoy it. And Stardew Valley, it looks like a fun game. It's not a bad one. Just a question, what are you waiting for? What am I waiting for? I'm waiting to get at least 2 more people in the streams so we can have a total of 6 people in the stream. That way we can begin the live stream, pretty much. Also, one of my mods, who goes by the name of Cody, he was the one that got this game for me. He gave me this game. So for sure, I'm not starting the stream until he's here. That way, like, you know, the guy got me the game. How do I start when he's not here? And he's coming on his way here. He'll be here soon. So I'm gonna wait for him regardless. So I may just start the stream when he gets here. More or less. Even if it's just 5 people. Stardew is great, especially since it's only $15 and that's a great price. On Steam I saw it for like $9. So like 10 something. That's the price I saw it for on Steam. And for the most part, it looks pretty good. Like it's a pretty dang good game. It's just I'm not sure. Maybe later on in the future I might get it just to experience it. Okay, so right now, chat, this is what we're gonna do. Because this is taking way too long, we're gonna do one of these 2 things. We're gonna wait until we get 6 people on the stream, or we're just gonna wait until my mod gets here. And when he gets here, whether there's 6 people or not, we're gonna start. So yeah, I'm either gonna wait for 6 people to show up or my mod. It's a chill game. A lot of people do it for questions and answer streams. Okay. So it's just a game to like chill, whatever. Not a serious brain cramming kind of game. Oh yeah, for those of you, I guess I should say it since I'm here. For those of you that don't know, I did end up buying the game of Ni no Kuni, the remastered version on Steam. I did play a little bit of it, and when I mean a little bit, only like the first 5 minutes. But I stopped because I told myself, this is such a good game, and it's done by Studio Ghibli. Like the story and the animation is done by Studio Ghibli, but the gaming engine was done by someone else. So it's like a collaborative game. So with that being said, because I really didn't want any of my subs to miss it, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna delete it and I'm just gonna start all over and I'm gonna make this a game that I stream because it's such a good, it looks like such a good game and I hate to waste its story for myself. I want everyone to share with me in it. Even though I won't be playing it for a while, I don't mind waiting. Okay, let me think. I get super into it. I bought a notebook just to write down crop prices and wow, you went hardcore into this doodle. You should wait for your mod if he got you. No, yeah, I am waiting for my mod. I'm pretty sure when he gets here, he'll be the 5th or 6th person. And he told me like a few minutes ago he's on his way. He told me this exactly 10 minutes ago. He told me this 10 minutes ago. So in like less, I'm not gonna lie, it's like 30 minutes. It's about to be, well, not about to be, but it's going to be 30. Oh, look, we got a 5th person in here. Okay, we got 5 people in the stream. Okay, so he'll be the 6th. 2 birds, 1 stone. Ain't that the truth? Okay, so we got 5 people in the stream. Okay, for those of you that are here, that just got here or new entering the stream, we are waiting for my mod because he's the one that got me this game, and I would feel upset if I start anything for the trial because this is a very important thing. Like, class trials are one of the #1 thing in this game. So if I start it and my mod isn't here, I'll feel bad. I am here first time. How many people usually watch streams? It varies. Sometimes it varies from like 6 or above, but I say 6 because that's usually the number we can get down without a problem. I remember one time I had like 10 or 11 people, but that was like, I think maybe 2 streams ago. Oh shoot. Shoot. Oh great, that's perfect. Now we're down to 4 again, but it's okay. Like I said, we're waiting for my mod. They're on their way, so hopefully don't choke. Easier said than done. Son of a gun. Also, my mod told me he was gonna be here in like 10 minutes, but I mean, that was like pretty much 10 minutes ago. One sec, I'm gonna change my Halloween profile. Yeah, go ahead. Excuse me. Hopefully my mod gets here soon. Like, we're close to 30 minutes in, and we haven't even started the stream yet. It's about to be 4. Again, I don't want to keep people waiting too much. So... hopefully he'll be here soon. That way we can start. Because, yeah, this class trial... oof. Like, they take so much brain power. They take so much damn brain power for these trials, man. Like, holy hell. Wow, we're down to 3 people. At this rate, we might not even start the stream. Well, because we went from 5 to 4, now to 3. Holy hell, man. Ugh. I'm not gonna lie to you, I may start the stream without him because I can't wait like 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes. Okay, how about this? Once we hit 30 minutes, and we have like 5 people at least, we'll just start right away because my mod is taking forever. Also, the profile isn't changing for me. Oh, well, that's how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. It usually takes a while for profile images to upload once you, like, you know, change it. It usually takes a minute. I will admit this though. If it's an hour in, which I don't think I'll be waiting an hour. If it's an hour in, I might cancel the stream because I'm not starting if there's not at least 5. Or at least 5. I mean, I want 6, but I can't be doing these streams. Like, you guys have to be here at a certain time. Otherwise, there's no point in streaming if there's very little people. Oof. Well, I guess we can, well, I'm not starting to stream no matter what, otherwise it's pointless. I'll be late. I'll be later. I'm just saying, Kirlia, if you leave the stream, then you can't blame me if you miss something. At that point, that's on you. It's okay, Annie. Once things get going, it'll be fun. I mean, we're losing people in the chat, and it's just becoming frustrating. Because I did say people know more or less my time. It's usually around 3. I know I was like at least 20 minutes late, but it's usually around this time. Oof. Plus it's getting hot in this room. Probably because of all the lights on. I'm already drinking this water bottle and I haven't even started the stream. Holy crap, where is my mod? If I known he wasn't gonna be around for this long... Look, see, we're already down to 2 people. I may just cancel the stream. I don't want to do that, but I may just do it. Okay, I'm going to wait about 10 or 15 minutes more. Give or take. If I don't have 10, not 10, if I don't have like 5 or 6 people in the stream, I'm sorry for those of you that wanted to be here, but I may have to cancel it. Because if you guys can't be here at said time, then it makes all the effort of getting this set up not worth it. So, again, I'm going to give it 10 to 15 minutes. Another thing, if the stream does get canceled, I'm sorry, but I will not, well, I did say I'm sorry, but I will not feel sorry because I waited more than 30 minutes. I waited more than 30 minutes. Well, not right now. When 10 or 15 minutes pass, then I'd waited more than 20 minutes. Hello, finally here. Yeah, we had 5 people here, Cody. If you came here, that would have been 6. Unfortunately, though, we're down to 3 people. And I have to say this. I need 5 or 6 people to be in this stream in the next 10 to 15 minutes. If I can't get said amount of people within that time frame, I'm going to have to cancel the stream. Because it does me no good to only stream with 3 people. It does me no good. I might as well just make a video on it. So, yeah. So, pretty much like when 40 minutes have passed. Well, we have 4, okay. Can we at least get 1 or 2 more? Can we get 1 or 2 more people in here? I still hate it that I had to wait this long. Cause, sorry for those that you don't know, I'm not a very patient person. I get a little bit impatient, but I tend to extend myself just for you guys. So, we need at least 1 or 2 more people. That's the only way I'm starting. I'm starting to think, should I extend the time? Should I change my time from 2 to 3 to like 3 or 4? That way I can get more people in the chat as possible? Should I change it to like 4 time frame of 4 or 3 or 4 in the afternoon? Because it feels like it due to the fact that we didn't get it. People been showing up late. Like people showed up very late. So should I extend the time or what should I do here? Like if you guys are, because remember when I do these streams I need some commitment. I need some commitment when you guys show up. But anyway, we'll see. So far it's still 4 people. Again, I'm not starting until I see 5 or higher. I'm willing to wait 10 minutes. 10 minutes is the most I'll wait. Oh, there's my phone. I'm an idiot. Huh, it was right in front of me. Also, I guess, well, I'll mention it here. I'll mention it again when the stream starts. I have my suspicions on who is the culprit behind this. But I'm still a little confused. I will admit, I did not investigate this case as much as I thought I would. I just touched upon it here and there. But I have a suspicion on who could be the culprit. Alas, I am still puzzled on one specific thing. I'm pretty dang sure there's an accomplice. Because, oh, look at that. Okay, cool. There's 5 people in the stream. All right, cool. With that, in that case, I can begin. All right then, let's start. You can start the stream now. The third class trial. Oh boy. Okay. We can start now, but I will once again. I said it before, I'll say it again right now, just so people are up to date. I have one person in mind on who the culprit could be, but alas, I do think an accomplice is involved, because having Hifumi's body being moved from said place to said place in such minimal amount of time during our investigation, there's no way in hell. That guy is too effing heavy. Not to mention, when Hifumi's body was discovered dead, Taka's body was discovered simultaneously. With that being said, I'm 100% certain there's an accomplice. And if there's an accomplice, someone here is lying. And the one I suspect that is the culprit, I'm going to have to say that it is Celeste. Celeste is the one I'm suspecting right now. Could be wrong though. As for the accomplice, I'm not 100% sure on the accomplice right now. I'm not like 100% sure there's an accomplice or not. Also, I'm not 100% sure on really who it is. But I have a suspicion. As soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
There's 2 of you. Well, I could see Glasses Guy helping out to make things interesting. Doodle. Actually, I suspected Hifumi also. He's multiplied.
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way cause in illusion, I'm moving so fast it only looks like I'm What are you, Kuro Sensei? Get out of here, poser. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get to the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
No, Byakuya actually had an alibi.
Hey!
Okay,
hey!
fine. Then if everyone's here ready to go, please board the pain train, or elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins. I don't think Hiro did anything at all. I think he's just he's being framed, just like what almost happened to Makoto. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the notes? Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. Yep. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own. The steel box began to move. This group is getting smaller and smaller, man. The clucking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Well, if there's anyone to pin a crime on it, it would be Hiro, since he's... Wait. Yeah, if there's anyone to pin a crime on it, it would be Hiro. He's too stupid to properly refute it. Yeah, that's how I know Hiro isn't the one. He's too dumb to cooperate with this. Not to mention, remember that costume that everyone wore? I mean everyone, that Hiro wore. He couldn't get out of it on his own. And not to mention, it's hard to move around in it. You can't bend on it or anything. Therefore, I really don't think he did it.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. No, you're not. Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. Would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Sure, I already saved, but sure. I have a new skill, I think I remember that. This one. Lost in Thought. Increases the time limit for each phase. Effective during class trial. Cost 3. Oh, of course I'm adding that. Of course. Do I have anything else? Ooh, handiwork. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Effective during the bullet time battle. Oh, yes. Definitely. Definitely. Okay, we got our skill set. We got everything good. Let's begin. Finally free. Gosh, this party
Let's
was
begin with
tiring.
a basic
Welcome,
explanation of
Julia.
the class trial.
Thanks for showing up.
So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Yeah, I don't think he did it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
You're the last one I want to hear that from, you freak.
Who are you calling a murderer?
Right?
I am sorry to say, Hero, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room.
That's how
have
you
to
frame
admit,
someone.
The evidence is quite compelling.
To be honest, the evidence is too easy. Who in the right mind would leave that in their room? I would think someone would dispose of it. You wouldn't
points
leave
to
that
you
lying
as having
around.
created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
You don't know anything, buddy. That's the sad part. Is Hiro really the killer, or... Before anything else, let's make that clear. Already, straight from the get-go. Robo Justice costume, Hero's message, Robo Justice blueprints. Alright.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff!
Oh crap, I
It's
forgot.
not true, it's a conspiracy!
Oh! No, wait, that was an
Why?
accident! That was an accident!
Why did you kill them?
No!
That's what I wanted
Hold
to
on
do.
a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Okay, I got it.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know what it's not true. It's
Hero, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Pretty sure it's the first
It's
one.
not true. It's
Hero, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Okay.
Everything we found in your room.
What? That wasn't... No, the message was right. Everything not... What was it?
Shoot!
Well, that was a dang heart.
Everything we found in your room.
Robo Justice blueprints.
The blueprints,
Robo
the
Justice
suit parts,
costume.
they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know
No,
anything
the
about
message
that
was
stuff.
definitely that. It was
It's not
definitely
true,
the
it's a
message.
conspiracy!
It was definitely Hiro's message.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are
Oh
the
my
culprit.
god, that stupid thing!
It's not true. It's
Hero, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Hold up. I'm doing
Everything
horrible.
we found in your room.
No, no, no!
The blueprints, the suit
That wa-
parts, they are all proof enough.
There we go. My bad.
That's wrong.
Those things trip me up every time. That was the right call. I knew it was Hiro's message because Hiro's message
Are we
was the
sure
other
Hero
evidence.
really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
The handwriting.
Well, take a look at this.
If you look at the message and you look at the handwriting and the blueprints, they're completely different.
It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
So look at the handwriting
The
there.
handwriting's obviously different. When you
And look at the
compare it to
handwriting on
blueprints,
the blueprints. It's too messy and it's too different.
There's
That's-
no
this is-
way you
that-
could
there's
think the
a flaw
same
right
person
there.
made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, it's too different.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
It's sad when you even said yourself you're not smart enough.
So, Makoto,
Wow.
are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
No.
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
I know Hiro is the only one that can fit in the suit.
Is it
for
like
sure.
Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
No, I doubt it.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit.
Is Hiro for sure.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he presses it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I know it. Who else could it be? It has to be Hiro.
I got it!
It has to. He's the only one that can fit
Other
in the
than
suit.
Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any
No,
sense.
it's not that
You
simple.
just said Hiro didn't do it.
He's the only one that fit in the suit, but not necessarily the culprit. That's what he's trying
It
to
makes
say, right?
perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not.
What
the
did I
culprit.
said? What did I said? He's obviously the one in the suit because he's the only one that can fit in the suit. But just because he's the only one that fits in the suit doesn't mean he's the culprit. It's a lot
So what
bigger
you're
than
saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
that. I assumed that a while ago.
What?
Now that's a bold assumption.
Not really, it's kind of obvious.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
Well, that's true, but I don't need your ass talking shit or bossing
So
anyone
what is
around.
it? What
Least
needs
of
to
all
be
me.
clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Yep.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Yeah, a dolly and the sheet. It was the Holly. Just going through everything before I pick it.
I got it!
It was the dolly. The other thing was the sheet.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Or a tarp, however you want to call it. Why are you pissed? What's with that? That's what I'm saying. What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
Yep.
I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was there.
But when
Because
the
you see
body
the
disappeared, so did
dolly.
the doll.
The dolly was gone, and look, you see those wheel tracks. What could have caused the wheel tracks in that particular fashion? The dolly.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
Wait, Kyria,
So
did
did
I
the
just
doll.
found a Witcher fan? Yes. What's Witcher? Sorry if I'm asking dumb questions. So did the dolly.
In other words, you think they use the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yep.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Why is that?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yes.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
What's strange is that you're very talkative today.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
No, there's evidence that suggests
She's
that it
raised
was
an
moved.
objection. How do you respond?
Simple.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Ouch. Okay, I'm about to prove you
We
wrong
all
just for that.
accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
This girl is starting to piss me off. Wow, I never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, right? But maybe I can change her mind. If I explain them why the dolly has been moved from the equipment room to the respiratory room. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Absolutely. Let's talk about reloading. Reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add more ingredients to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. From now on, just locking and pressing the Y button won't be enough to handle them. Excuse me? Bro! What the fudge? What now? What? Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single mark. Okay, they just made it harder. What the hell? Wait a minute. Isn't that? Oh, hell no. Are we really starting with that already? Wait, hold up. Hold up. You can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing X. Where would X be on a PS4 controller? Dumb question. Just locking on, you'll have to press the X button in time with the tempo. Oh my god. Yuvia, you mind watching the chat for a minute while I change out of my work clothes? Basically, just a reminder of the X button now has a function along with the A and Y buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of the fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Okay, well that's something at least. But your difficulty is set to gentle. If you're okay, you won't mine wasn't. Shit. This will be tough. This will be tough.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Damn it!
I cannot agree.
Oh, that's why! I forgot.
Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Final strike. Oh my god, that was so
agree.
hard.
This should prove it.
There we go. Oh my god, that was a pain.
If you're asking for proof,
Well,
that
that wasn't
the
too
dolly
bad,
moved,
to be honest with
I
you.
have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on
As
it.
I mentioned before.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Yep.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Gotcha. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me? No, she's just the culprit. I'm almost 100% sure it was her.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Right.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I swear, this girl
I'm not
asks dumb
sure that
questions.
really matters.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That's a stupid question. How about talk about something relevant?
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it is clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? You'll find out.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
How can you bend over? That's
Then you
wrong.
could push the
Damn
dolly,
it!
no
What the
problem.
fudge? You can't bend
So the
with the
killer just
costume.
crouched down and carted the body.
If you accept,
That
then you
was
must
wrong.
realize that.
That was wrong. What she
sorry,
said right there was
I
wrong.
don't think I realize anything.
Yeah, Hiro, just be quiet. You really don't realize anything.
As
Okay.
we know,
Taka was killed, and from there,
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
That's wrong. You
No,
can't.
that's wrong.
You can't bend in that costume.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
That's the main thing. You can't.
What do you mean?
Remember when you tried the costume on, Hina? Did you forget
Think
already?
back to what you said when we were all checking out the
Yeah,
suit together.
she even said it
Remember?
herself. I'm blind as a bat here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. Yeah, she made her point even more. Did you forget already, Hina? I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it,
Yeah, did you forget? What the fuck? That was so easy.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet?
Yeah,
You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Celeste, you're pretty stupid too. He just said you can't even see your feet. How can you kick something that you can't even see your feet to?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
That's even more of a point. That's true.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
It has a clip on its back that prevents you from taking it off. I swear, some of these people don't even remember shit. Hero's not strong enough. Once it's on, you can never take it off. You can't take it off by yourself.
I got it!
That's it.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up. I'm not sure what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that keeps you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. I don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Exactly.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
No, the evidence was right in front of you, girl. Come on now. Keep up.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
To be fair, a lot's been going on since 2 people dying and all makes sense to possibly I mean, I get that the exhilaration and what happened does kind of become a huge thing.
if he could have gotten it off by himself,
But in a situation
I
like
don't think
this,
he would have let
you
us see
can't
him wear
afford
it.
to forget things like this. You can't let things get overlooked, especially in a situation like this.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
No, yes, it's true.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
Facts.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Oh, you mean
You all got a good look at it, did you not?
this is
The
where...
image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
Okay, this is a knot in the plan, which is why I suspected Hifumi a bit. I remember correctly that the camera that was used to take a photo of that shot was like an anime camera, right? The only one that's known to have this camera and even said it's theirs is Hifumi. And if that's the case, why does Celeste have it? Why does she have a camera that Hifumi has that belongs to Hifumi? Hifumi isn't the type to let something like that. Then again, he did give it to her. But still, the coincidence is too uncanny. There's just something about this that doesn't feel right.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
Plus, she said when she took the photo, it was through a narrow gap in the door. How is this a narrow gap? This looks clear as day. There is no gap in the photo.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice, that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
I swear, Hina is just as stupid as Hiro.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Yep.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Facts.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
You quiet down.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Agree.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
She won't tell anyone. And I don't think anyone knows except Monokuma.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
Uh-huh.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi.
I wonder how
We were
Sakura
soon
got
joined
those
in our
scars
search
on
by
her arm.
Byakuya and Toko,
Fighting a bear
and then went on
wouldn't
to
be a
find
surprise-
Hifumi
wouldn't
in
be
the
surprised.
library.
Honestly, I don't know. It could be a bear. Those look like claw marks. But I'm not gonna lie to you, some of these injuries, some of these scars, especially the one across her face, looks pretty fatal.
He
I'm
was
wondering how
injured,
she survived.
So we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. Yeah, if I remember correctly,
When Celeste told us that,
Celeste
we
has
decided
been
to
taking
split up
people
and
left
search
and
the
right.
second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor.
You
and
saw
I
a
yelled
lot,
out
apparently.
to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. There's been
then-
so many situations where Celeste has been taking people left and right to different directions. She's been carrying out majority of their movement throughout the search. So that's why I'm saying, I feel like she's lying. Lugia, or whoever said that, huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Yeah, see, and she's leading the search again. Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups.
Actually, Celeste was the one that decided that.
Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Actually, when Hifumi was found dead, so was Taka at the same time.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time.
Which is... that was too coincidental.
Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Fumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office.
As soon
and
as
saw
they
that she
ran
was
back,
right.
his body disappeared in such a short time. This is why I'm thinking there's an accomplice.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? You see the blood, don't you?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Yep.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
No.
Okay,
That's for sure.
well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
So just separate the 2 murders in order to isolate it a bit further? Or simplify it?
And from
That's
there,
not a bad
we can
idea.
uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Okay.
Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Yeah. The contradictions hidden with what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I find them no matter what. Alright, here we go again. Broken wristwatch. I think it's a broken wristwatch, or Monokuma.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
No, it was definitely
We already know
after.
what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm gonna test something. I could be wrong.
Regarding Taka, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after. We already know what.
Oops, wrong button.
Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
That's what wait a minute.
What makes you
That's
say
what I need
that?
to specify the order. Because he was
because
killed at
of the
exact
numbering
slightly.
of the Justice Hammers.
He was killed slightly
It's
over
true
6.
that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
While Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
That's it. Hold up. That's it. The order.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if he,
Or perhaps it was after?
we already know what order they were killed in.
What? Don't scare me like this. But it was the order.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
I'm sure it
What
was
makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's
No,
true that
no,
Hifumi
it was the
killed with
numbering.
Justice Hammer
The
3.
numbering of the Justice
While
Hammers is
Taka's
not
death
what
came from a
determined
swing
it.
of Justice
What determined
Hammer
his
4.
death
See?
is the time on his
So it's
watch.
obvious Taka came after.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
It wasn't the hammers that determined the order. It was his watch.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Doodle, I keep cutting in and out. What's wrong, Doodle? Is something wrong?
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in
throw you
reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. The watch. I feel like there was something. Oh god, this thing again. This thing kills me. No, wrong. Wristwatch. That's what it is. It was wristwatch. Damn it! No, but I got it either way.
Now I understand.
It was the wristwatch.
I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer.
Exactly.
Because
Oops, my bad, skipped it. Yeah, Taka was always punctual. Even back then when they met with Alter Ego, he always was punctual about his time and his watch. Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared bluntly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that? Bedtime for all little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Exactly.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
Mm-hmm.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which
It was
happened
the
around
first
7.
victim.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
Which were meant to throw you off. Wait a minute. If Taka was killed around 6, before all this occurred, Hifumi was confirmed dead. Confirmed anyway. After 6. If that's the case, if Taka was killed way before then, wait a minute. Something's amiss.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
True.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. By the way, is everyone doing good in the stream? Is there no lag? There's no issue, no audio issue? Let me know in the chat. Just in case, I just wanted to be sure everything's fine. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we all together except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Where would you find the tape? They searched. There was no evidence of tape.
If that's true, where's the tape?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, at least Hina is smarter than Hiro. At least it's that much.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't, buddy. You don't.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
Uh-huh, a likely story.
And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room.
That was already stated. He was moved with the dolly.
At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
She was passed out, you
Even
ding-dong.
if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
That's true. He's way too fucking heavy.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
That was stated.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
How they were killed. Okay, fair enough.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in the short amount of time. It would seem so. How
his
do
body
you move?
apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it.
Impossible. There's no way someone could have carried him. The culprit could have done all that. That's why I'm saying there's an accomplice involved. Someone must have gotten Hifumi and lifted him away from there. But then again, that guy too fucking heavy to be moved, man. He's
But
too
to
damn
carry
heavy.
that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Yeah, but I guess it's hypothetically, a tape could probably be found in the Monokuma machine and then disposed of in the incinerator from trial 1. Well, here's the thing. When you heard that noise, right? Where everyone came running down, where would you find the time to play that tape, find a way to get out without being noticed from Hifumi's room, and then go to the incinerator, dispose of it during all this commotion? I just don't see that happening. Not to mention, that's only possible if there's an accomplice involved. So I don't think that's a
Well,
likely thing.
what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What are you talking about?
What? How? If the dead body were to move itself.
Wait a minute. You talking about Hifumi? Wait a minute. No way! Is Hifumi the accomplice? Wait a minute. Could he have been fake? Cause remember the napkin that was found in the trash? His glasses was covered in blood, and then afterwards when he was rediscovered again, he could... Wait a minute! Hold up. This just got a whole lot more... This got... Wait, this... Holy crap, I did...
The dead body moved on its own?
It was never dead.
No!
No.
Not another... ghost!
It's not a ghost,
I don't
buddy.
think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Exactly.
He was alive?
That would explain the napkin. The little anime napkin and his glasses that were covered in blood wiped off. That
Are you saying
explains that.
Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Exactly.
But I mean,
That
we found
connects
his
a
body.
lot,
He
actually.
was dead.
That would then he was the one that. But wait a minute. That doesn't explain. Because he was found then dead in the respiratory room. And when he was found dead, he was alive. And then he died. Which means Hifumi must have moved Taka to the respiratory room. And then from there, I think I know what happened.
Perhaps
Okay,
he was
I
simply
think I got
playing
it.
dead.
Okay, that was interesting. I did not assume Hifumi pretended to be dead. Okay, that was interesting.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Yep, it is, my friend. Broken wrist, equipment room, bloodstain. Celeste's account.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No.
And that
Wait a
is
minute.
why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
What? Shoot! Damn it! Oh God, I have one chance.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Maybe I picked the wrong one.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Wait a minute.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Wait a minute.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Damn it! No! Wait a minute, what happened?
Shoot.
I lost my heart. What happened? Oh, wait, what? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up! Here that the one most voted is... Wait, what? How?
Is this real?
First of all, no.
I refuse to give up yet.
That was a my bad. I have to go. But I'm pretty sure it was that though. Yeah, stakes are very high here.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead. Without a doubt, and you know that. Surely you heard the body. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Wait, which one is it? I know, because when the discovery was announced, maybe it was announcing that... But, I don't get it. Hold on. Damn, I'm having a trouble on this one. Wait a
Are
minute.
you saying that when we first found
There's a chance he...
No, Hifumi was
I
dead, and you know
think-
that. Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead, and that is why.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to
No,
signal
that was
someone
an
else's
accident.
discovery.
That was an accident. Hold up. Let me go through that again.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No, Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body. Hifumi's dead body, and that is why.
Are we really so sure about
This
that?
is what I'm looking
Maybe
for.
the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Someone else's discovery. That could be what's it.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he was at...
No, Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
That's it!
No, that's wrong.
I knew it was something like that. How about instead of Hifumi, since
Was
Hifumi
the
was
body
confirmed,
discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
maybe it was meant for Taka. Because remember, they were supposedly discovered at the same time. But maybe that discovery announcement, since Hifumi is now suspected to pretending to being dead, maybe it was Taka that was found dead instead and not Hifumi. Because the announcement only announced that someone has been found dead. It never speculated more than one.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Yeah, for some reason they blamed Makoto for some strange reason. Of course it was.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
That's what I just said before.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
No, that's too far-fetched.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
You would confirm this.
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man.
No,
You're asking
that
if you're a
actually gave
lazy
enough.
bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
That was enough.
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Because there was 2 announcements.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
It wasn't. Okay, the first announcement was for Taka. The second announcement was for Hifumi. Meaning, it wouldn't broadcast the second time if someone's already been dead. So that little comment Monokuma said, that was enough to confirm everything.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. The first time I played when each of us were in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time was when both bodies were discovered, just after Hifumi came back to life, and Toko was found. What was it again? Was it after Hifumi came back to life? Or was it when both... I think it was when they were... Yeah, when they were both
We heard it a
discovered.
second time in the
I
repository.
forgot what was the order.
When we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong, ding dong. Body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Exactly.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually
just dead at the moment.
being discovered for the first time.
Exactly.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office...
He wasn't dead.
He wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
Exactly.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Shut up! You're being an idiot.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Yeah, that was very bad. That was horrible, actually.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This
Yep.
whole thing is pointless.
Oh yeah? You seem a little bit shaken, Celeste. And you're very talkative today. Proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it somewhere and show it to everyone. Here we go again. Hifumi's glasses repertoire dolly. The glasses!
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
There was! Damn it!
Then...
That's what... No, there was a difference. That's wrong. The glasses. Remember
fact,
the glasses.
There was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses.
Exactly.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing
Man,
dead
I
in
can't
the
believe I'm
beginning.
saying this, but I feel like a world-class detective right now, guys. I'm like solving these cases and whatnot. Like, I wonder if this is how a detective feels. Maybe I should do a career change.
Perhaps you'd like
I'm
to
joking,
fill the
I'm
rest of us
joking.
in?
I'm joking.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Yep, they were cleaned off.
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Which is horrible of disposing it. That was a horrible way to dispose the evidence. The evidence of the trash can. Bingo. This was it.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
My dad was a detective for the sheriff's department. It's not much like this. Oh. Doodle, when I said I was a detective, honestly, I'm really just playing around. I'm joking in a sense. I'm just saying that because I feel like I'm solving all these problems. Okay, look at the bloodstain at the cloth. That should make things clear.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Yep.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I'm surprised you knew the whole title.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
Hifumi and Hifumi. The only people that wear glasses are Hifumi, Toko, and Byakuya, I think.
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Yeah, he wouldn't use it.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses
said.
clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
Hiro, just sit down somewhere and don't talk. You really aren't needed here, bro.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
Yes, buddy.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see.
Why would he need to see? So he can carry Taka's body away with the dolly and the tarp.
Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Yep, it actually does.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Did you forget we're in the nurse's office? And it's already confirmed that in the fridge, there is some transfusions. Transfusions for use for, you know, blood donation or like just giving blood for testing. There are blood transfusions there.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
As I
He
just
probably
said.
used one of those.
To be fair, I hate when people have stuff all over their glasses. So, is Makoto the only one surrounded on both sides by dead people portraits? That's a good point, right?
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere.
Oh no, it looks like Toko has some portraits surrounding dead bodies too now.
But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
He moved the body.
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
It was Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
Yep.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case.
He was the
He
assailant.
was one of the assailants.
So there was an accomplice. Wait a minute. If most of the crime was carried out by Hifumi, that means Hifumi must have framed Hiro during the picture was taken. That proves that Hiro was framed. But then, who was the one that killed Hifumi? Because he was still discovered dead. The one that killed Hifumi is the mastermind behind all of this. I'm still going with the fact that it's Celeste. I just have a strong hunch it's her.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yep.
I just can't believe it.
There are 2 layers of... Oh snap, I didn't even realize that. Hold up. Hold up, guys. I didn't even realize that. There we go. I accidentally did it twice, guys. My bad, my bad.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Did that fix it, by the way? Sorry. I had two of them open. If you have trouble, would you like to show me one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
The paper. The note. Bingo.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Yep.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Which means the other piece where it had Taka holding tightly to that note, Hifumi must have pried it away from him. And by taking it away, that confirms that the one that killed Taka was Hifumi. I got you. I got you.
What? In his pants?
Calm down, you freaks.
Yes, his pants.
I like how all the girls emphasized that.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. For now, let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
But this one was at 6 a.m.
This one's a little
Yours
different.
was at 1
In
a.m.
my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
Nope.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro.
They planned for... Wait, if that's the case... Hiro was set up at 1 a.m. That means that's... I'm assuming that's when he somehow... They got to him and stuffed him in the behind the locker room to frame him. Then Hifumi killed Taka. And that's when Hifumi died. So the one that killed Hifumi is the culprit, the mastermind, as I said.
And that person could only have been...
Taka?
I got it! That's
I was about
right!
to say, like, Taka, duh.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Oh, great. What do you want?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Huffy?
Just to be clear,
TikTok?
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
That sounds stupid.
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Right? I can't let her get to me. Argument. Okay. Glasses cleaning cloth, broken wrist, blue trap, Hifumi's glasses, spotless hammer. Glasses.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Nope, that's wrong.
But remember what the note said.
Oops.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok! Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
No. Okay, that's it.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
I think it's meant for that.
Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Hubby.
What? Right? Then it has to be the other one I'm missing.
Shoot!
Okay, I think I have an idea.
Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it must have been Hubby.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
Damn it!
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok. Puppy had the note. Then the person it must have been Hubby.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
No, the one that's wrong is the Huffy one. But what am I missing?
Shoot!
What's wrong is they said that the note has nothing to do. Like the note is meant for Hifumi. The note was not meant for Hifumi. The note was meant for I was about to say TikTok.
Puppy
Taka.
had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Hubby.
That's wrong.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
I think
Puppy
it's
had the
the
note,
wrist.
right?
No.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Hubby.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
That's what I was looking for. That's what's wrong. The broken wristwatch indicated everything.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet.
At 6 a.m.
The equipment room,
Oh, the
right?
equipment room. So the equipment room, 6 a.m., and when Taka was first discovered, it was at the equipment room. And the proof that showed that it was at 6 a.m. was the broken wristwatch.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Just shut the hell up, Toko. Or
Then
Genocide
someone
Jill.
used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
He took it from Taka.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Oh god. Can we stop with the pants thing?
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
To attempt to get rid of the evidence.
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Torn paper.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
Killer is my sanity. Hopefully not. So, Hifumi's pants are manly bonding. How about none? No manly bonding! For fuck's sake!
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
The note from
I knew it!
For
It fits
Taka.
perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yep, sounds about right.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly, which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Uh-huh, sure you knew Hiro.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Oh my god, shut up!
Sorry, no.
Right?
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
Which is what I said.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Oh god, what's with the manly bonding crap? For goodness
During
sake,
that
can
time,
we stop
we'd all
that?
split up and were searching for Taka's missing
Weird.
body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Walrus?
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Mm-hmm.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
He actually makes a good point. What? Is it me or did Hiro finally grow a brain? What the fuck? What? What? Okay, miracles happen
Wouldn't
then.
that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
That's what I was saying. Like, what the hell? The chat on Scream stopped functioning. Oh, it did? Give me a second, guys. Try chatting again, guys, in the stream.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
Juvia, Doodle, Cody, Yuri.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
Hold up, it's too... Sorry for the technical issues, guys. Yeah, they're squashed. I'll fix it in a second. Sorry for the brief intermission. I apologize. Font settings. There we go. About so.
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
Did that help, guys? Let me know in the chat.
Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste?
Did
Number 1 or number 2?
It was neither. Did you forget? Wait a minute. Hold up.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
That's true.
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. Simple. Did you forget where it was found? There was a wet cleaned hammer. Somehow I have to find the truth. There was a wet hammer that was cleaned off. Was it in the, where was it again? The spotless hammer. There we go. That's what it was.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
No. What?
Shoot!
Ouch. I'm pretty sure it's the spotless
What was
hammer.
used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Okay.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Nope, it wasn't.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong. It was a spotless hammer. Because it was
The
cleaned
murder
off.
weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
It was a hammer, but it wasn't a justice hammer.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository.
Yes,
The killer
one
could
of the
have
ones that
easily
were
used
wetted
that
on the
to kill
floor.
Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Honestly, if that was what was connected to Hifumi's death, I would have either tried to hide that, because that's what's really connecting Hifumi's death to the culprits.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Exactly.
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones.
Sorry guys, just moving around in the chat.
And even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Though you could make an argument that it would be more suspicious somewhere else, so it could be good to hide in plain sight. I mean, if you hid it in somewhere else that could be easily found, then yes, it will raise suspicion. It's true that sometimes leaving something in plain sight is also very true, but that hammer is not a plain. It's in sight, but it's not plain. Reason why it is in sight because it matches everything else. But it's not plain because it was on the floor and it was soaked. It was clean. It wasn't like the others, therefore it's no longer plain. It's in sight, but it's no longer plain. That's what clucks it. And if you can't get it completely plain like the others, then it's better to hide it, or at least burn it in the incinerator, or try to get rid of it somehow. Hell, I would even hide it in their own room, somewhere.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have
The one Hifumi
moved.
was working with.
I shouldn't have
And the
moved.
one who betrayed him.
There we go. Shouldn't have hit it. There we go.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Another thing, I thought about that too, but look at it this way. If Hifumi was an accomplice and worked with the culprit, that means that Hifumi killed Taka, right? That's point for him. But what if two people work together for two separate deaths? Then it's fine. Hifumi killed Taka, and then the culprit would have gone back and probably killed Hiro. But this is what the culprit might have done. Hifumi killed Taka, and then from there the culprit killed Hifumi. Therefore, the blackened only caused one death.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about there would be a reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... Damn, there's a lot of these arguments. Retard plot with hammer. None of these make sense. I'm going to go...
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
So what Celeste said is wrong. Okay, I got
Based
it.
on the rules
I
that
got
have
it.
been laid out for us,
I got it.
even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply...
That is
No,
wrong.
that's wrong.
It's not impossible.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
Yep.
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
the payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme.
Yep,
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
exactly.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Exactly.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
Therefore, committing this act is no longer impossible.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
Exactly.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Yep.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Exactly.
That's just awful.
That was the one
be so
way.
cruel?
That was the one way Hifumi would have tackled all these events by themselves, and then whoever the culprit is kills them at the last moment, making them keeping their hands dirty till the very last point.
You think so?
Honestly,
I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Honestly, this plan was very thorough, almost ingenious, to be honest with you. There's no way Hifumi would have thought of this. Not even Hiro. Hurt me to convince two murders were the same. That was the main characteristics in this time. Which is why she said not to look at this as connected as events, but separate incidents. Kyoko is really amazing, although when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. That's true. She's a threat. I'm not gonna lie to you, out of everyone here, Kyoko is the biggest threat to me.
I understand how an accomplice could
Because
be
if she becomes a
but then
Blacken,
who was the one pulling
I don't know.
Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Yep. I'm going with the suspicion that it is in fact Celeste. In the debates up till now, there has been unfolded. When you consider all that, there's only one person who seems to fit. Select the person. I'm going to select Makoto. I'm joking. No. I've said it from the beginning, and I've had a lot of hunches that it's been you. Let's see if I was right once and for all.
Here's my answer.
I knew it! It was her! It was this psycho!
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
It's not a joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Damn. She went real cruel real quick.
Pardonnez-moi.
Yeah, you're fucking crazy. I would never work with this psycho.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Yep.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common? Encountering the suspicious individual, screaming, paper hidden in Hifumi's. Encountering the. It was only
The behavior
these two.
they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit.
They
doesn't it?
both were there at the same time.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were
Was
Celeste
Celeste
and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
Excuse me, bitch? I will fucking get out of this... I will get out of this bench and I will come over there and beat the shit out of you. Watch your damn mouth. Oh my god, I want to punch him in the face.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Pretty much.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
That's for damn sure.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Exactly. She orchestrated it all to give her partner plenty of times and opportunities to carry out their plan. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Pretty much.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
I said that earlier in this trial. If the hunting seems it's much more interesting. Very well. Then Makoto and Hina, you will come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another
She's
strange
very
thing.
quiet now.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
And Taka was just the victim in all
Hina,
this.
you were with Celeste
As
when
well as
Hifumi's
Hiro.
body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Exactly, by getting you out of there.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
What's that?
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died. Just like those. Hold up.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
Hi, hello. Hello, Pix. I love Danganronpa. Pixit Craft. Welcome to the stream, Pixit Craft. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Then Makoto
I'm
showed
loving
up
this
and
game
told
too.
us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
True.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear
You don't
that,
get
Celeste?
anything.
Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Facts. Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? We're about to find out. No, there is one thing that doesn't hold up. Her last line. We handled Monokuma file. Celeste's account. I think it's Celeste.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused.
The last
They must be
sentence
positively elated.
was odd to me.
We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
I think it's this. Huh. So I was
Shoot.
wrong. Okay, let's read the whole thing before I do
All
it.
I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and
They must be. We are going to die.
and that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Damn it. I couldn't get it in time. I think...
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die. And that is.
And that's all it takes to finish this. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
It was the last part.
All I said was,
They must really enjoying.
the sight of us standing around, fright. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Yep, I knew it.
That's wrong.
That is wrong. Why would you say those guys when Taka and Hifumi
That's
weren't
right.
really announced to
There's no reason Celeste should have said,
Those
just like
guys.
those guys died.
How
When she
why
said
would she
that,
say that?
none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. There was never mention of anyone previously dying before that.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
Very true.
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Got her. That was a good eye. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't even catch it till toward the end of the sentence.
You all have
That
such
last
vivid
phrase
imaginations.
bothered me too.
You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
can't hear anything, but I'm still tuning in. Really? I can hear it fine. Me too. Me 3. Oh no, it's me. Oh, what's wrong, Doodle?
Then what about the picture I took?
Try raising up your
How do you explain
volume.
this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
Well then, that hinges that theory.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
Yeah.
No, there is no other explanation.
We'll see about that. Other explanations. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi and the suspect are dancing. Hifumi and the suspect have been drinking. Hifumi is dragging the suspect away. It could be suggesting that.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Exactly. Gotcha.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit.
Yeah, you can take it that way too. Hifumi is holding on to the person in the robot suit, which is Hiro, and dragging him away.
We've simply
While
been led to
taking the
believe
picture.
that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Oh yeah?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
You're slipping up, Celeste.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Oh man, she's got a lip on her. Someone needs to smack some sense into her. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Let's find out. Robo costume, e-handbook, spotless hammer, the fear is meant to dribble. I'd say it's either Robo Justice costume or the
You
blueprints.
dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
That's wrong.
Then
That
the
is wrong
fortune-telling
right there.
idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
I know what it is. I got it. You
dressed me up in that suit after then you just draped me. You tried to make me look.
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Ah, crap. I didn't mean to do
Then the
that.
fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way! You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me. You tried to make me look.
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person inside the suit was there's no way they could stand up straight.
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
Flaw in your plan.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Oh my god. Thank you. Can we please stop with the manly bonding? It's starting to get repetitive now.
Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Yep. You can't bend or anything. You're forced to stand up straight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
It was intended to keep him up straight.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Gotcha.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Exactly. Gotcha, you little shit. What? You got anything else for us now, or do we need to clear more stuff up with you? Because so far, you're making this too easy for me. You're slipping, Celeste.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Damn right. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not agreeing with you. I still fucking hate you. Oh, excuse my language.
Checkmate?
She's growing mad.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Oh yeah, what's that? Hey Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to oh yeah, he said, what was Hiro's full last name? That's right, I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Taro?
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Right?
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Oh god.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it!
Yeah, it was that.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Yeah, for real, don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Right?
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal.
And muted, no well, don't worry about it, Juvia. I didn't even see it. I literally just looked at the chat right now. Thank you. As always, I can always count on my mods.
But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
True.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
Celeste?
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Right. Celeste is an alias.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Oh god.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I?
You look like one right now. You look like a sore loser, actually.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Yeah.
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up. So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. Little costume. Her handbook! Her handbook will tell us her real name.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
Yikes.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
True.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
That's wrong. The handbook.
That's it! The handbook!
what?
Yep, that's the biggest way we'll know for sure.
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name and always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
That's basically a confession. You just kind of admitted it.
Fine then.
You just don't want to give
Let
up.
me settle it.
Let's do this once and for all.
Let me go over the case again.
All
from
right.
the beginning.
I know what happens
and
next.
that'll bring everything to an end.
The climax. Yasuhiro comes into the picture. No, wait a minute. that's what it was, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Justice Hammer 3. Library human used something to fake the existence of.
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Yep.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault.
Yep.
They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Bang.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Damn it, that wasn't it. Ouch. Okay, so that wasn't it. Switch it here. So was it Justice Hammer 4?
The killer is you! And that's where Hifumi killed him.
Okay, that was it.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
Yeesh. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events. Huh. The library, he may use something to fake the existence of a shady criminal. Not that. No. No and no. No, maybe it was this. Let's see if I'm right.
Killer is you! So, for these attacks, the first thing with
Okay, that was correct.
while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office.
Oh.
This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Okay, that was correct. I rearranged it better.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celeste. Well, this is a different transaction. Well, this is different.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
You do lose this one, girl.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taeko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taeko?
Taeko? That's her real name? Yasuhiro. The name that Hifumi said before he died.
So, you finally accepted it.
About time.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Yeah, her entire voice changed too. We did it. A, B, B, C. Ouch. A. So okay, our final result is A. Cool. Awesome. I'm rich!
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Pretty much.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
We all know it's Celeste.
What's it gonna be?
Yep. Guilty. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Lundenberg. Or more precisely, Taeko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude, I don't know how to say that, was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty line. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then
did you use, you know? I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. Alter ego? For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Tako were both super into. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego? Yeah, she is.
Say what?
What? Whoa. What are you talking about?
just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right. So it was her. She used it as leverage against Hifumi.
I see.
Right again. Okay. Last night, after we all had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. Wow. That was clever, I gotta admit.
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you know what the Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
As soon as she talked like this, I already know something was up. She's BSing.
As for me...
He came to my room last night and unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me. Abused, huh? Wonder what you mean by abused.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do it as he asked, he would show them to everyone. Oh god. So I had no... So she pretty much acted like a rape victim. I already don't believe it. That's a crime, an absolute crime. I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how he completely bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable!
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to effing kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you. Oh god.
indeed.
And all so he can keep her to himself. That
This
bastard.
is unforgivable! Completely unforgivable!
Bastard, bastard, bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
Good enough for me.
actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. This sick motherfucker. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. You slipped up. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
Yeah, you kind of do too. I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? 'Cause you're an idiot. Literally, that's what I just said! Well, different term. But yeah, because you're stupid. Yeah, 'cause he's pretty much dumb. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I am so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Ouch. Life must have been tough on your parents, Lo. I feel like I could cry. Nah, bro, I would have smacked her for that.
What?
She's got a mouth on her. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd be seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that. Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. All seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. Yeah, Hifumi wasn't that bright. But then again, Hiro is worse. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course. There would have been no point into my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No. He derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? The money. Was it really just for money? I'm thinking it was the money. Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money. It's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
you little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie, and my god, her language.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you know, and you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Well, you know, a UK fan. Look at that, people. I mean, since she's going to die anyways, yeah, I probably would hit her at this point. Yeah, I'd smack the shit out of her. A castle? Wow. To gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. Oh my god. Typical. The castle thing in Europe is one thing, but this? I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Okay, she's a thought. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living in the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end. So why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it.
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unraveled, and I take pride in that. It's not just for other people. I can only fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Mira Ontine Neti. I don't know how to say that. I think I said it right.
hey,
you just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked like to me a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. But that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Kills! Chills! Kills!
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The Blackened disturbed the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Here we go.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again, in another life.
How about you become a much better person? Then maybe we can meet in another life. Let's see what they do to her. What is this? The burning of the Versaile's life. Whoa, she's gonna be burned to death? Oh my god. She's getting burned to death. The hell? A fire truck. She's about to be rammed in with the fire truck. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was pretty brutal. Damn. That was downright cruel. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her. But I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it all in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. What do you mean by that? It's sad. Yes, it is, but the reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, Did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey! Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
Wah?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh!
What? What do you mean? Answer me. What did you do to my body? What?
Ooh!
Oh.
How exciting!
Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh man. Oh jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I get out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed in despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's the key that Celeste gave you?
So...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. I approached the dressing room. Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go to get... Man, this girl's in the closet. I mean, not closet, in the gutter. Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers. When you show a little... You are a fucking idiot. No, it's not like that. It's for alter... You know what? I'm done with her. She's so stupid. Try to forget what Hina said. Everyone head to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
So then...
We need to get to the locker room. Kyoko took the Celeste key had given her and unlocked the locker. As the locker swung open, we saw... Yep, there it is. Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little while longer. So, now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want to be honest with you. Be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that is something you need to know. That's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too? No. I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and what I've been doing, where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for one night time to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And the storage room closet there. Way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet. Could Kyoko really be right about this? Okay, from here, I hate to hit you guys with the cliffhanger, but I'm gonna have to save it here and end the stream. But don't worry, we'll have another stream tomorrow. But overall, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. This was a long one, and I feel completely mentally exhausted. But still, it was a good stream overall. I recommend going a bit farther. Cody, you don't have to worry about that because we're going to be streaming again tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'll do it. Because in a way, this is kind of a cliffhanger. I know it is, but it keeps you guys in suspense to want to come to the next stream even further. So, with that being said, I will end the stream here. Once again, just to build the suspense. But yeah, we're going to have another stream tomorrow, so if you guys want to make sure you're available and you want to know what Kyoko is talking about, then make sure you go to the stream tomorrow and you'll see my full reaction to what I mean. So from here, yeah, I'm gonna have to call it the end of the stream. Thank you guys for coming by. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. It was a long one. I have a question for everyone, just one. Is 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock hours for people to be in stream too late, or is it fine? Otherwise, I can extend it to instead of 2 to 3, 3 to 4. That way, I can get more people early on, and nobody has to wait so long. So let me know if that's reasonable for everyone else or not. Let me know in the comment section below of this video once it gets into the archives. But other than that, yeah, that's it for me. I'm fitting to go eat, like I'm starving. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate you all, and hopefully I'll see you guys again in the next one. Peace.